Hi, I'm Paul from Outlier. We're developing Mars Attacks. And in researching the game, we came across a load of really interesting stuff about Mars Attacks, so here's 10 things you might not know. So, coming in at number 10. Mars Attacks is now known for the Tim Burton movie in the 1990s, but was actually based on a collectible card set released in 1962. The cards depicted an alien invasion of Earth, and then Martians experimenting and torturing humans, and then an eventual human counterattack on Mars. There was a lot of gore and violence in the cards, and given that they were targeting children, that received a lot of controversy and outcry from parents.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Some of the cards now are exceedingly rare and can command anywhere up to $3,500 at auction. At number 9, in addition to the collectible card set, Topps have also partnered with a number of companies to make merchandise, including Funko Pops and action figures and comic books as well. In 2012, they released a 50th anniversary edition of the cards, including some more cards to collect. And then in 2017, released a full sequel series called Mars Attacks: The Revenge. Number 8. Topps also released a collectible card set called Dinosaurs Attack in 1988, and interestingly, Tim Burton was looking to get the IP to make a movie out of it, but then he saw Jurassic Park and decided to make Mars Attacks instead.
You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Joe Dante, who directed Gremlins, has also expressed an interest in adapting Dinosaurs Attack, but so far hasn't managed to get something off the ground. Maybe one day we'll even see Dinosaurs Attack in video game form. Adapting Mars Attacks didn't turn out to be easy, and collecting an all-star cast of famous names for a hyper-violent, satirical sci-fi movie turned out to be a lot more challenging than expected. Numerous big-name actors ended up turning down Mars Attacks, including Warren Beatty and Paul Newman and Susan Sarandon. Tim Burton even went to longtime collaborators Michael Keaton and Johnny Depp, who both turned down the roles as well. Burton eventually went to his collaborator Jack Nicholson, who he'd worked with on Batman, and Nicholson was super enthusiastic, particularly about playing a president who meets a violent end.
Why can't we all just get along?
Once Nicholson was on board, it was a lot easier to bring other actors onto the project, and a number of big names signed up, like Pierce Brosnan and Sarah Jessica Parker, Michael J. Fox, Jack Black, Glenn Close, Natalie Portman, and Danny DeVito.
Can I have an autograph? Anybody got a pen?
Burton later said, agents didn't want to see their star clients playing loser roles, and a lot of big acts passed on the project. At one point, we thought we were going to have to cancel the film, and the guy that saved our butts was Jack Nicholson. Number 6. Burton originally wanted to use stop-motion animation instead of CGI in the movie as an homage to films like Jason and the Argonauts. He intentionally wanted to keep the effects looking cheap and fake to really play up the B-movie element of the script. It was the studio that wanted to use CGI for budgetary reasons, and it's only when Tim Burton saw what Industrial Light and Magic had done with his creation that he agreed to CGI and lowering the budget of the movie. Number 5. Mars Attacks didn't really live up to expectations at the box office, and a lot of people put that down to it appearing just after Independence Day, which was a similar movie which came out in the summer, and Mars Attacks was kind of seen as a spoof of Independence Day, even though they were in production at the same time. Interestingly, Mars Attacks is part of the reason why Independence Day got its name. The two studios realized that they had very similar movies, and Independence Day was pulled forward to release on July 4th. It was only when the release date was set that the name of the movie became Independence Day.
Welcome to Earth.
Number 4. There were a few different origin stories for where the iconic Ack Ack sound came from. But in 2024, Jonathan Gems, the screenwriter, gave the definitive answer. Quote, "It came from a pair of blue jays who lived in my garden in Whitley Heights in Hollywood, where I wrote the script. They made this noise that tore at my brain like paint stripper when I was trying to work. I was imagining the Martians as absolutely horrible in every way, so when searching for how their vocalization would sound, I figured I'd approximate the unbearable cawing of the blue jays, which eventually got shortened to Ack Ack because that was quicker to type." One change the studio tried to push was having subtitles for the alien language in Mars Attacks, and Tim Burton was adamant that they should be unintelligible, and emphasize their alienness relative to the humans in the cast. Number 3. Even though the movie wasn't a massive success at the box office, it became something of a cult classic and inspired a load of other Mars Attacks related memorabilia, including comic books, which saw the aliens go off on lots of weird and wacky adventures. Number 2. In addition to the standalone comics, there are also a series of crossovers with things like Transformers and Popeye and Judge Dredd. At some point, apparently one person pitched a My Little Pony crossover, but it never really got off the ground as people were worried what would happen if children saw their childhood characters being slaughtered by Martians in gory and gruesome ways. Unfortunately, to date, the idea never happened, but here's hoping. Number 1, and in my completely unbiased opinion, the most exciting fact about Mars Attacks is that there's a Mars Attacks game coming out soon. So Mars Attacks will be the first video game ever using the Mars Attacks IP, and is a park builder where you build an amusement park on Mars, abducting humans to serve as the star exhibits. The game is being developed by an indie team right here in Ireland, and if you're interested, you can give it a wish list using the link below. And if you've been following our videos, you know that we run a competition every video. So if this is you, then get in touch and claim your free Steam key. All you need to do to enter this time is be a subscriber to the channel and drop a comment on the video. Thanks very much for watching, and if you'd like to see a video on how we got the Mars Attacks IP, check out this video.